New York is one of the most resource-rich states with the third highest GDP in the nation, a booming housing market, and a vibrant healthcare system. However, these resources are disproportionately concentrated in some communities, leaving others to suffer inequitably in the areas of health, economic security, and livable communities. This inequality is especially pronounced for Asian Americans, African Americans, and Hispanics, age 50 and over. As a result, 50-plus New Yorkers of color find themselves spending more of their income on housing, leaving them with considerably less to spend on food and healthcare when compared to others 50-plus. For this reason, AARP New York has partnered with the Asian American Federation, the Hispanic Federation, the NAACP, and the Urban League in a breakthrough initiative designed to disrupt these disparities and to identify specific policy solutions to remedy them. The Disrupting Racial and Ethnic Disparities. We convene elected officials, community leaders, and thought leaders in forums to discuss the serious gaps that exist in New York's communities of color.
New York State is the leading state in terms of economic disparity.
This initiative is so important at this time where this nation is got a multitude of communities of color, the African American, Hispanic, Latino, and Asian American Pacific Islander audience.
Well, our Disrupt Disparities initiative to address racial and ethnic disparities is so important because it's the very things that are holding New Yorkers back.
A livable community is a community that accommodates all kinds of people, regardless of your income or your ability, your mobility abilities. There are accommodations to fit everyone so they can age effectively in place.
As a community with the greatest number of working men and women who do not have access to a retirement account. That is unconscionable when you think about the fact that more and more people have to work later in their life. So we have a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of disparities in communities of color, in health. We don't have enough healthcare facilities that adequately address the concerns in our community.
Because about half of our senior citizens who come to our office, they have healthcare concerns. They have home care and Medicaid access concerns, and most of all, they have translation and language access needs. It's almost impossible for them to even stay in the city, or impossible for them to actually access the healthcare and services that they need.
But for example, let's take the Hispanic community and the issue of the caregiving. Many families are providing caregiving to their elders.
Some of the goals of this initiative are really to start a conversation, but also it's a call to action. We know millions of New Yorkers have been living with racial and ethnic health disparities, wealth disparities, community disparities. Now's the time to close those gaps.
In New York City, New York State, and yet I think we live under this assumption of the model minority myth that everybody does really well, right? Because we all went to Harvard and making all the money. Yet we have the highest rate of uninsured, and
that they talked about too many of the seniors in the communities that we serve are in nursing homes where there are less registered nurses, and that struck me because so many of our young people are in schools where they have less certified teachers.
To make sure that people of color, 50 plus, have the same opportunity that our counterparts have. Thank you very much.
In the areas of health, financial security, and livable communities. Now is our time to help ensure a more equitable life for everyone age 50 and older. Join us in our efforts to craft an action plan that will create a more just life for 50-plus New Yorkers and their families. Because everyone deserves to live with dignity and be able to choose how they live and age.